Hi there, everybody, and welcome to the Mark Moe Show. This is Season 4, Episode 4, Fear Factor. You can find us on all podcast platforms and YouTube. I would like to introduce, myself. Hi, I'm Mark Maloney. I'm your host. My co-host, to my left, or your right, depending on where you're standing. But if you're standing in front of us and I can't see you, that is a problem. And after last night, it's very possible. Anyway, my co-host, producer, Aiden Maloney, how are you?
To be totally honest, slightly suboptimal.
I can hear it in your voice a little bit.
A little bit in the voice still. I believe I mentioned last week I had a little cold kicking around. But yeah, it kicked my ass this work week. And then it's kind of tailing off now, just like those last remains of nose blowing and gross coughs, but on the up and up. But yeah, fantastic, great Halloween season
for sure.
And watched some horror movies, kept it chill when I wasn't feeling so hot. But yeah, fairly excellent otherwise.
That is good to hear, and hopefully you're healing up and all that crap will be out of your system real soon. I want to let everybody know that Aiden has his own YouTube gaming channel. It's called Aiden Spelled the Right Way, which I've been promoting online and in our town here.
Word of mouth, yeah.
Word of mouth, which helps, and that's our little hamlet, our little spot on the map here in Valparaiso, Indiana. And they rather enjoyed the name that Aiden chose for his channel, which is great. That's the point, right? So he has new PC gaming content like GeoGuessr, Polybridge, Observation Duty, and more each and every week. And I know you'd said because of this real nasty cold that you've had, there hasn't been a lot of content. So are you going to, at least going into next week, are you going to continue with some of the horror movies or the horror games?
I think so, because I had a lot lined up for spooky season, and then this cold came in right at the last, 10 days of good horror season. So I will continue to play some horror games. I haven't uploaded this week, clearly, because no one wants to hear 10 minutes of coughing while they're trying to enjoy a YouTube video. So
unless someone's got a coughing fetish, then this is your guy.
Yeah, I mean, hit me up. I mean, I don't get paid from YouTube, so I'll take a check.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will continue playing horror games. I've got a lot of different simulator kind of management games also. Like this one where you're managing metro systems developing as cities grow.
Oh.
Which is a kind of fun concept, and I've seen a different YouTuber play it, and I was like, ooh, that looks neat and kind of stressful. I'm into it. So I downloaded that. I'll be playing some of that also. So lots of games coming up. It's just a matter of making sure I don't sound like garbage and I'm not coughing into the microphone every 2 minutes.
Oh, for sure. Now, it was kind of interesting that last game you mentioned about the railway systems and all that. There was a game, and I'm going to date myself, the Sega Master System, which was a great system. And there was a game. And my old roommate, R.I.P., Carl, he loved this game. And we were always like, God, why does he like this game so much? And then we'd play it and 2 hours later be like, oh, God damn it. It's just kind of...
Yeah.
So it was something called Aerobiz. And essentially, you are the CEO of an airline. And your whole idea is to manage that airline in such a profitable way and then continue not to even open national hubs and have where your main hub is, like United Airlines in Chicago and so on, and Delta, I think, is either Dallas or Atlanta. I can't remember. Anyway, you have your main hub, and then you do your national routes, and you start developing your international routes. And you would think, wow, that's exciting. Right. But you just kind of get into it, and you can actually, it's multiplayer. So there's other people that when it's their turn, they kind of go through their thing too, so you're kind of competing against other brands and things that they're doing. So
that's neat.
It's called Aerobiz. So
yeah,
I don't know if it lives online somewhere, but if it does, check it out.
Yeah, there's got to be ways to emulate it. Emulators are pretty good.
Yeah, because God, there's a friend of mine. We used to play Tecmo Bowl all the time. Now, mind you, when you compare to football games made today, it's night and day. I mean, there's no comparison. But back in the day, you're playing Super Tecmo Bowl, and you can be like this great Chicago Bears team. You can be like all these other amazing teams and the players' names and that sort of thing. And we used to just play it all the time. So he found one of those on his PC.
That's cool.
Where he could do Super Tecmo Bowl. So I found that pretty interesting.
It is neat, yeah.
As well. So at any rate, if you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, share. And by the way, if you like alt-rock and or Irish punk music, turn into my radio show. After Hours, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, or Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find the stream at wvlp.org, or grab your handheld device. Open up that TuneIn app. You can find After Hours on WVLP that way as well. I hear you can yell at Alexa. I don't recommend yelling at Alexa with all the weird AI stuff happening today. I think we're closer to iRobot than we care to admit.
Right.
So maybe kindly suggest, Alexa, could you
please,
pretty please, maybe, if you have the time,
if you feel kind enough,
to play After Hours for us. So you can ask her as well if you want. Anyway. It was Halloween weekend, right? So we just had Halloween, and we're about to wrap up on the old spooky season, which I know Aiden and I are huge fans of.
Yeah, for some of us, it's year-round.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, we celebrate it like it's our spooky season Super Bowl, but yeah, I mean, we're all about spooky stuff year-round, for sure.
Top 3 holidays, I would argue.
I don't know if we share them. I think maybe we do. But Halloween.
That's up there.
Thanksgiving.
That's up there.
And St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day, yeah.
That's it. Christmas, some people like Christmas. I liked Christmas when I was a kid. Now that I'm older, it's just so commercial.
Very commercial.
And some of the music is just annoying AF,
Especially when they start playing it 3 months before Christmas starts. It's like, bro.
Nope. If I walk into a store right now and I hear Mariah Carey's ass, I'm walking out. I am walking out.
No business
I've lost
you.
my money. I'm
Right.
going somewhere else. Just chill with that shit. Hey, let's have that day where we hang out with friends and family and eat a turkey and watch football. Let's do that first.
Right.
Once we're done with that, go crazy.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
You get your 5 weeks of Christmas.
Plenty. That's plenty. There's no other holiday we do that for.
No.
At all.
In this house, we do it for Halloween, but...
Right, exactly. It's like October 1st, and you're like, yee!
Yeah.
And it just begins. But relatively speaking, I think most people, like Halloween, it's maybe 10 days, 7 to 10 days out, people start getting into it.
Yeah.
And St. Patrick's Day is about a week, give or take. Once again, it's the month of March for our family. Nobody does like an entire holiday. Like it's a holiday season. Well, why?
Right.
Why are we doing that?
Granted, I understand it's, especially during Christmas time, it's typically, especially in the Midwest, it's cold and miserable out. You need something to keep your holly jolly ass happy, right? Mm-hmm. But if you extend that holly jolliness, or attempt to, into November, or God forbid October, sometimes into January, it's like no. We've overstepped a boundary.
For sure.
That's what we'll keep it in December.
That's it.
Start on Black Friday.
Well, that used to be the deal. So when I grew up in the 80s, my sister would have to leave Thanksgiving dinner in the evening. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock. Not to open the store, but they would go to the store on Thanksgiving night to decorate.
Right.
Because they did not decorate before Thanksgiving. It was fall season. It was harvest season. There were still pumpkins and cornucopias and all that kind of crap. And literally they went in the night before Black Friday to decorate, so that when people got up early in the morning to do their shopping, the store is all magically transformed into Christmas. Right. So there's that little bit of magic to it, and everybody kind of got amped up, and it was like, oh, day one of the season, yay. But now they do it so early,
right?
It just makes all of that less special.
Yeah, I would agree. Leave it to capitalism to destroy holidays.
Oh, yeah, and it has, for sure. But anyway, we're in Halloween season.
Also, birthday season for you, I might add.
Hey, I am 20.
Turn the big 40.
9?
29? Oh, sorry.
29. 23rd anniversary? Never mind. We won't go there.
Yeah.
At any rate, right? I mean, it's a great time of year, the costume parties and handing that candy to the neighborhood kids, which is another thing. I don't get any. Like, we have none come by the house. This is like the second year in a row we've had 0 kids.
I was actually talking about that with a coworker this week on how Halloween Day has kind of changed. Now, we're kind of lucky out here in South Haven, Indiana, which is my little borough, if you will, of Valparaiso, which is a borough of Chicagoland. It's complicated.
Yes.
But it's just this really tightly packed residential neighborhood. And there's just lots of families out here.
Yep.
So trick-or-treaters still trick-or-treat on Halloween. But you include trunk-or-treat events.
That's true.
You include, city downtown trick-or-treating events. All of a sudden, kids get 3 Halloweens. And by actual Halloween Day, it's like, do you really want to go out there and get more candy? Like, you've already got a pillowcase full. So I know that plays into it also.
It does. Like, at most, I feel like the families will, like, they'll dress up the kids, and then they'll bounce to, like, the neighbors that they know or their friends, and then that's it. And then they just kind of bounce back home. Especially if it's not, like, a super nice day. If it's not, let's go a couple places and get out of here. Because I get the point of, like, if it's, for example, say it's 40 degrees, and it's windy and it's chilly. And your kids got to put coats over the costumes anyway.
Right, yeah.
It's like you can't eat, unless they have a mask on, you're just kind of like, what are you?
Right.
Oh, you're freezing. Cute costume.
Right. I can totally see it.
I can totally see it. I'm right there with you, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so I kind of get that. But, my neighborhood, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I bought 2 bags of candy. And I went through one half bag of candy. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that again because shit's expensive.
Right.
They totally ramp up these prices. So then the next year, I'm like, well, I'll just get 1 bag of candy. So I got 1 bag of candy, and I went through 10 pieces, maybe.
Dang.
I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to buy a bag next year.
Yeah.
And I didn't, and we had no one. And then
That's
again
wild,
this year, and we had no one. Now, mind you, I wasn't home all night. I was home most of the evening, but, like, doorbell never rang. My light's on. Usually that's kind of the key. If your light's on, somebody's going to knock on the door.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's wild.
I didn't even see a kid walk down the street. I was like, wow. So, yeah.
Slow day.
Very slow. So I don't know if it's just phasing out or what's going on. But, some neighborhoods, like you say, you just see pictures and, like, just droves of kids going down the street. I'm like,
it was kind of popping off out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I committed a bit of a faux pas, if you will. I thought, as you thought, it was going to be a slow year because we didn't pass out candy last year. We went to a Halloween party, so I just left bowls out front of the door with like a take one sign. So this was the first year I was physically handing out the candy, right? I thought it was going to be slow. So the first handful of groups that came by, I was passing out 3, 4, 5 pieces per kid.
Yep.
And then I ran through the first bowl, and it was only like 30 minutes through the 2 hours of trick-or-treating. I was like, oh no. Oh no. It's going to be popping this year, and I'm going to be out of candy right when it starts kicking.
Yep.
So, yeah, I had to get a little more conservative with the passing out of candy per child.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You really do.
Like, oh man, I don't want to be that guy that runs out of candy at like 6:15.
Yep. And now you're like,
oh no,
what do we do?
Turn
we'll
the light
sit
off?
in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
Put up the blackout curtains. They can't see us.
They can't see us, right. But anyway, so costume parties and handing out the candy and, of course, watching some of our favorite horror movies with some snacks and all. Like, that's just part of it all. We like and hate a good scare all at the same time, right? So deep down, we know that despite the classic jump scare or goosebumps, ultimately, we're safe in the comfort of our own home or a movie theater with friends, something like that. However, real fear, I think, it just hits different.
Oh, for sure.
It just hits different. You're confused, unable to think clearly. which is hilarious because then we sit there and we watch these movies. We're like, dude, behind you.
Right.
Dude, like, why did you just run into the room with the knives? Like, you just sit there and you're so critical. But in the same sense, you're seeing their fear, but you're not experiencing the fear.
Right. The adrenaline and cortisol.
Which is completely different, right? So, you're confused and you can't think clearly and our hearts beat quickly, right? It's like and your bodies tremble and all that stuff in the face of real fear, or psychologically, as they call it, right, like a phobia.
Yeah.
Which is your fear of fill in the frickin' blank. So and I kind of, not that I'm encroaching into the Reddit rabbit hole. I would never do such a thing.
Sure.
But according to the National Institute of Mental Health, phobias are among the most common psychiatric illnesses among U.S. adults. So they consider that an illness. Phobias affect 9.1% of U.S. adults each year. So 10 people in a room, one of them's got a phobia of something.
Right. I thought the number would have been higher, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, right. Like, I would think maybe more like 15.
Right.
Kind of in that, maybe even 20. But these phobias typically emerge during childhood or adolescence and continue into adulthood. They also impact twice as many women as they do men, which I found an interesting stat as well. So I was wondering, like, what do people actually fear the most? Like, what is it that they fear? Because there could be a lot of different things, right?
Right.
In this world. So it was interesting because they actually had like this top list of phobias. Some of them made sense. Some of them I was kind of like, interesting. So the most common ones, for example, arachnophobia.
That makes sense.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have that one. Do I like spiders? No. Will I stomp them into the 8th level of hell? Yes. Unless it's a small spider that I'm really not threatened by. I don't think it's going to bite me, but he's doing the Lord's work and killing all the other insects I don't like.
Right.
Have at it. Set your web up. Get them all.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that, especially if it's outside the house. Hey, just have a party.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, ophidiophobia, which is an intense fear of snakes.
Ooh.
Another one I get.
Yeah.
Snakes aren't readily available in urban areas.
No.
So
right.
It really doesn't affect me. However, if I'm in the country or something and you hear that...
Yeah, a little rattle.
I'm going to shit myself.
Yep.
I would absolutely do that. So I completely understand that. Acrophobia, which I have, I'm pretty sure, is an intense fear of heights.
Yeah, I don't like heights either.
I
don't.
And I've told the story to you before. I went to Vegas one time and had this party at Sky Bar, 65th floor of... Oh, gosh, the casino. I'm having a brain fart. It was not Rio. It's up that street. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Live research.
Yeah.
Because now, just like, I don't know what the hell we did in the 80s and 90s and we didn't have this technology. I really don't. Like, it blows my mind.
Right. It's so easy nowadays just to get like immediate resolve in knowing something that you know but forgot.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It's quite the privilege, honestly. It's like, what is that thing? It's bugging me. It's like, I just look it up,
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, gosh. It almost came to me.
Mandalay?
Nope. Mandalay Bay is great, but it's not Mandalay. The Palms Casino Resort, Palms. So at the Palms, a 65th floor, whatever. So it was really cool. Got a great package. Just had to have a suit coat. No problem. I got that. So I had my suit coat. I'm going. Just the G&Ts are flowing that night, right? Smoking stogies. It's a great night.
My man.
Now, it's a huge veranda. So the inside is kind of swinging. The inside was really kind of retro. It looked like something out of Miami Vice, which I totally dug.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, just neon and it was crazy. So inside the bar, there's maybe like 10 people hanging out. But there's 100 people outside. because
I figured
it's a gorgeous night.
Yeah, I was going to say, you go to the Sky Bar just to sit inside. It's like,
well, you could be at any bar.
You're right.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to go outside. And the second the sliding glass doors popped open, certain things are tingling on me. I'm like, shit, I didn't even step outside yet.
Right.
And then I got outside a little bit, and like my heart is racing, and I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm like, this is crazy. Meanwhile, like all the sorority girls are like on the rail looking over. They're just like, YOLO.
Yeah.
And they're like doing their shit. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, can someone kill me?
Right.
Just right now, can this happen? And so I faced the fear. At some point, when it started to clear out, because I closed that bitch. So when it started to clear out a little bit, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go by the rail. And so I like put my left hand on the rail. And even though I did that, I leaned in a little bit. Because I'm just like, look, this is the situation where the gust of wind picks me up and chucks me. I'm like, no, not today. Not today, death. I'm not facing you. And it just, it was a thing. And it was to the point where this woman came over and she's just like, first time? I'm like, no, I've been terrified lots of times. I'm like, I am terrified. But yeah, it's like, so that one, for me at least, really hits.
Yeah.
It really hits for sure.
No, I definitely get that as well.
Oh, I don't like it.
I don't know if it's as intense of a fear as what you're describing, but I definitely get like cold and clammy, and like it plays in my mind the irrationality of it as I'm experiencing it. I'm like,
right.
I don't typically randomly slip and fall or jump off of things by accident. Logically speaking, I'm fine, but I am still terrified and cold and clammy and feeling funky.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely get that.
Oh yeah, I feel it for sure. Even when we're in Chicago, because we are Chicagoland here, where we do our podcast, we go into the city, and you're walking around because Chicago it's a beautiful city. It's a great place to walk around. Don't listen to media reports that it's just like a war. It's stupid.
It's not, yeah.
And it'll be a less of a war once ICE goes and fucks themselves and leaves. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Anyway, so when you're walking in this beautiful, wonderful town, which for the 9th year in a row is best city in the country, no surprise.
Yeah.
No surprise. When you're walking over the Michigan Avenue Bridge, or any of the bridges, they have the Chicago River kind of cuts right through the center of the downtown area. So there's many bridges. But the main bridge is kind of the Michigan Avenue Bridge. And when you're walking over the Michigan Avenue Bridge to get from one side to the other, these big buses will go over the bridge. Now, mind you, you're what, maybe 10 stories above the water, 8 to 10 stories? I mean, it's not super high. But in the same point, like, I'm walking and I'm looking and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to fall in there.
Right.
I don't. And I'm walking, but then these buses go and they hit the seam of the bridge and it's like ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Yeah.
And like it moves and you're just like, nope,
Yep.
nope, learn how to drive. And like you just get mad at the bus for no reason. So yeah, that's the fear height sucks. Aerophobia, which is an intense fear of flying. Now, I don't have that. Like I was nervous as hell when I was a kid, but that was like the very first time I flew.
Sure.
And then like every time after that, and then I learned to love it. But yeah, apparently fear of flying. People have that.
I get it. I mean, I don't know, how long have we really had enormous metal tubes that can soar through the sky?
Exactly.
I mean, a while, honestly, but it's not. Yeah, I get it. I don't have it, but I get it.
I get it.
You know, I was a little more scared of flying after the whole Boeing thing and all the whistleblowers somehow crazily died. Oh my gosh, what a strange coincidence.
Shocker.
Strange coincidence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that made me a little more scared. But then I was like, the chances are so low.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
For sure. This one I found interesting. Cynophobia, which is an intense fear of dogs.
I feel like I've heard of that one, yeah.
Which is interesting because when you go to shelters, and we have a few really good shelters in the area, they do real well with the pets and stuff, but they find, because I see social media posts on it, that when they start to develop this inventory of dogs, that most of them are black.
Yeah.
because people see a black dog and immediately they're like,
They're
oh, that
scared
thing's
of it,
like the spawn
right.
of Satan. I don't want to deal with anything like that. Which is very interesting because in the neighborhood, I was outside. I think I was just doing some quick gardening, like my roses were about to die, and I was just kind of out there looking at them and clearing a few weeds and stuff. And there was a neighbor, and he was walking his dog. His name was Odin. Loved it.
That's great.
I loved it. And I looked at him like, oh. I said, does Odin have Thor and Loki at home? And he started laughing. He's like, no, but I might need to do that now. I'm like, you should. But I think it was like a lab pit mix. And, he came over to me. And anybody that has a dog that's good with dogs, you just kind of hold your hands out there.
Let
him sniff away
Yeah.
to be like, okay, this guy's my friend. And whatever. And then he was just like super excited. His tail's going.
Yeah.
And like we were immediate best friends. And he's just like, thanks for petting my dog. And I thought, what a weird thing to say.
It's a strange thing to say.
But in the same sense, I understood what he meant. Because like some people see that and immediately they're just like scared of this dog. There's nothing to be scared of. Put your hand out there. If the dog's like, it's like, oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yep.
But, at any rate, so fear of dogs. And anybody that was alive in the 80s, there was a horror movie called Cujo. And the main antagonist is this Saint Bernard that is psychotic.
Dang.
Psychotic. Like there's an entire part of this movie where the mom and the kid are stuck in a car because this dog is just trying to get at them. It is funny because Saint Bernards are just big dopey dogs usually. So to have one that is just like a pit bull on Red Bull is just hilarious. But yeah, intense fear of dogs. Astrophobia is the intense fear of thunder and lightning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I would understand maybe an intense fear of like, weather. Like, if you're afraid of tornadoes and sirens and, thunderstorms. But thunder and lightning specifically is... I don't know. There's almost something... And I don't mean for this to come off the wrong way if any of you lovely listeners have this. It's almost childlike, to be afraid of, like, thunder. But I get it. I mean, there's a reason that fears are irrational because they're irrational.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know about that. But then again, I do find weather fascinating as a whole.
Oh, it is. I find it incredibly fascinating. I'm not scared of it, but like you said, there are people that don't like it for one reason or another. Trypanophobia is an intense fear of injections.
Ooh, okay.
Now that's interesting because I don't have a fear of injections. But having blood taken from me...
Oh, yeah.
It better be my best friend or a family member, and they are in dire need, and then you can have it.
Right.
But if it's just, oh, look, it's a blood bus. Yeah, that blood bus, they can go F themselves. No.
Yeah.
No. I had to do a test one time for this hospital that I did some work for. They're like, yeah, you got to do a blood draw. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, what, are you just pricking my finger? Now, I get dizzy when you prick my finger.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because if someone else is hurt in front of me, I can help them. That's not a problem. If somebody else is bleeding or guts hanging out, I'm okay. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
It's like the human self-preservation system kicks into overdrive and is like, hey, I think I'd rather pass out than see this blood leave me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if it's a small vial... Your brain's like, oh my God, we're losing blood.
We're losing it.
Yeah. Like the sirens are going off. In reality, it's like, it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
And
pretty sure I got
to make it back.
Right.
So you're okay.
No, I totally get that. Mm-hmm. I've given given pints to the Red Cross a handful of times. And yeah, the last time I went, I had that exact thing where I'm like, yeah, typically I'll feel a little faint, and I'm just like, okay, just give me the juice or whatever, I'll be okay. But the last time I went, I was like, you know what? I think I can do it. I think I can be tough and actually look at what's going on. And I looked at it, I saw the blood coming out of me, and I was like, oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah,
that was a mistake.
Never
I'm
look.
Like, the nurses came over, they're like, oh shit, you all right? Like, it started coming out of me super fast, and because my heart's pumping and my face is all white. It's like, oh man, get this the fan on, get this man some orange juice. Like, I don't feel so good, guys.
Oh yeah, because when I had it done in the hospital, the guy was going to sit me in a chair, And I looked over at the room, and I saw those weird beds that doctors' offices have. I don't know why they're so odd. It's like a file cabinet, and there's like this padding on the top. Or It's this weird ass shit. Anyway, I'm like, can I lay on that? And he's like, you want to lay down? I said, well, if I don't, you're going to have to pick me up off the floor.
Yeah.
So why don't we just do that?
Right.
He's like, oh, that bad, huh? I'm like, oh, yeah. I said, it just, once that needle goes in and you start taking it, yep. And sure enough, like we were doing it, and it was more like a recline one. So I wasn't like laying down, but I was like reclined. And he's like, man, you're white. Are you okay? I'm like, no, just hurry up and finish what you're doing, dude. Because he's like, oh, man, you're really sweating, too. I'm like, yep, that's called a cold sweat.
Yeah.
It's how all this works.
It's what I mentioned would happen.
Right, exactly.
And interestingly, specifically about this phobia you just mentioned, is the fact that it's specifically a fear of injections. And I've heard of the fear of needles before.
Right, correct.
Like it's almost along the same vein, but I know people that are afraid of needles injection-wise are also afraid of needles tattoo-wise.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the fact that this is injection-specific, I find quite curious.
I do, too, because...
I'd have thought needles would have been higher than injections.
For sure, because having a shot... Now, I don't like having a shot. And a lot of times, your arm hurts for a day or two or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I've had my COVID ones, like 4 of them now or whatever. And, I've had... I don't think I really have ever had a flu shot, but, like, mumps and rubella and all that crap we used to have when we were young. Like, I've had all those. And that's, like, not a big deal. Like, that doesn't bother me. And I have tattoos, which I'm itching to get another one. But
yes, I know, right?
I'm just like, I have ideas, and it's just, it's not free. So
right.
But yeah, like when I got my first tattoo, like he just kept asking, it's kind of a tender part of the hand. You good? I'm like, yeah. Well,
yeah, chilling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then Aiden and I, we have matching tattoos. We got 2 birthdays ago, or was it last birthday?
Ooh,
might have been last birthday.
I think it was last birthday.
So I have this tattoo. It's an awesome shamrock with our family name in it. And I literally, and it has color too.
Yeah, the
I
shading.
was falling asleep. I was falling asleep while he was doing it. And I'm like, this tattoo thing is not too bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's really not.
I mean, if I'm sitting here falling asleep, I'm like, yeah, if you want to just keep tatting me, and I'll just take a snooze, and like,
right.
it's all good. Yeah, so it's interesting. Fear of injections. This is just called social phobia. So this is just a new one, an intense fear of social interaction.
So I'm guessing that extends beyond social anxiety, where it's no longer an anxiety disorder.
Right.
It's specifically a phobia. And I just wonder medically what the difference is.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you look at, for example, like introversion. So ideally, they don't always like being in situations like that, whether it's a crowded restaurant or bar, or they enter a party, maybe they don't know a lot of people, and they're kind of forced into those awkward conversations.
Yeah. It's
one of those things that they don't like. Your mother, for example, sometimes she would disappear at a party, and then I'm sitting there like, gosh, where's your mother? And she would just kind of bounce. She would go into the backyard, or just like go in the car for a minute or whatever. And so whether that was just introversion or if it was this, it's hard to tell. But I get it. I mean, there's some nights. I have a friend, Jess, one of my best friends, and there's nights where she'll finish at the bar that she works at, and she needs to wind down and have a couple beers. I'm usually the Robin to her Batman in those endeavors. I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
And
we're a bit of gamers out here.
And so there's a couple of bars in town that are kind of our regular spots. And there's this one that we go into, Franklin House, which it's a dive bar, but it's kind of a cool dive bar, and they have really good food and whatever. So on Fridays and Saturdays, usually pretty crowded. And we finished up where she works, and we show up, and we're walking in the door. It was like shoulder to shoulder.
Ooh, packed.
Literally, we had the same reaction. We each took 2 steps in, pivot, and we're going right back out the door. And we looked at each other. We're like, Duffy's? Yep. We were out. We were done.
Plan B.
We were like, nope. And not from the fact that, because it was kind of nice out that night. We could have very easily just got a couple beers and gone outside, even though there were people out there too. But just the fact it was so intense and loud and crowded, and it was just like, this is not enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is really not great. So I get that, and I suppose anybody can have that happen to them.
Sure. Whether it's a pure phobia, which I imagine would come with the same or similar reactions of like cold and clammy, purely uncomfortable, versus like what I go through, where you kind of mentioned like shy/introversion, where it's just like I want to avoid awkward small talk. Mm-hmm. It's not my forte. But yeah, I would say that's definitely different from a phobia.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's something I don't want to do, but it's also not something where like, you get to the edge of Skybar and it's like, fuck, this is wrong.
Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt. And so the next one is agoraphobia.
I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm. It's intense fear of places that are difficult to escape, sometimes involving a fear of crowded or open spaces. So kind of somewhat related to what we just kind of talked about. But I know people that have agoraphobia. There was, I think, a movie called Copycat with Sigourney Weaver, and she couldn't leave her house. Like, she would open her door, and she would look down the hallway, and the hallway would just kind of, in her mind and her eyes, would just kind of morph. And this hallway that was maybe 20 feet long is just like moving around counterclockwise, and it's getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
And things are just moving, and she shuts the door and goes back in. And I'm like, man,
that's rough.
I can't even imagine. There's people that have it that just like they're in their house and that's where they stay.
Right.
They're in there and they can't go anywhere. So that sounds awful.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The last one I have is mesophobia, which is an intense fear of germs, dirt, and other contaminants.
Oh. So I'm guessing germaphobe as a word is more of a slight than a medical term.
I think that's fair.
Because mesophobia or misophobia is if that's the official term. I get it.
When you were a kid, and obviously you are definitely over this, but when you were a kid and you got dirty, you freaked. You just like, you'd walk over to me or you'd walk over to Mom and you would hold your hands out and you'd just start like curling them in and out. It's like, and you were just like, this is not natural and I'm so sad right now. And you'd be like, oh, we got to clean you up, buddy. And then you were a happy camper. But but it's like that, but you're 30
for
or
life,
35
right.
for life, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is
that sounds like a bad time.
It definitely sounds like a bad time.
I am surprised claustrophobia didn't make this list.
Didn't make it. Yeah.
Didn't make the list. Agoraphobia, almost a direct opposite of claustrophobia.
Yes.
I definitely got the claustrophobia. Enclosed spaces, elevators don't really do it for me unless they're like really small, and then I'm like, oh shit. But no, claustrophobia I definitely get.
I agree, because I had a job where part of the requirements from time to time would be me going into a crawl space. Now, some crawl spaces obviously have more room than others. There's a home we used to own in the same neighborhood Aiden's in now, and that crawl space wasn't like tight quarters. You had some room down there, but it was just dark and it was damp and there were spiders and it was like, I really don't want to go down there if I don't have to.
Right.
But there's a lot of other homes that I'd go into where it's like half the space.
Oh.
Like you're down there and you're crawling on your belly and you really can't pick up your head more than just a few inches because you're going to bop your brains on the joist above. And then below you, if it wasn't like some sort of finished surface they'd have down there, it's just dirt.
Right.
It's dirt and it's mud. And you're just sitting there and you're just like, what if the house falls on me?
Yeah, exactly.
So that definitely enters your head, for sure.
I would almost argue, because I know fear of drowning I definitely have as well. Not fear of swimming. Like, I'm fine at swimming. But, like, drowning itself is terrifying as a concept. I would almost argue fear of drowning is similar to claustrophobia.
Interesting.
A space you can't get out of.
Yeah.
You can't escape because you're underwater. You can't, regain buoyancy or whatever it is. Your lungs already have water in them. I would almost argue it's similar to claustrophobia. And maybe that's why I have both.
Yeah.
food for thought on that.
Food for thought. Now, these phobias lead to marked fear and can result in experiencing symptoms such as like dizziness and nausea and breathlessness and all of that. And in some cases, they may even escalate into a full-blown panic attack, which I've had a few of those as well, so I get that. A couple I was surprised to see omitted, because you just gave me yours.
Yeah.
From the top 10 is something called colorophobia, which brings on feelings of fear when you see clowns or clown images.
Oh, my man. Yeah, that's awful. There was a couple clowns trick-or-treating last night that I had to serve candy to. Oh,
I thought you were going to say you drop-kicked them.
No, I thought about it, though. Definitely crossed my mind. In self-defense, I would say.
Definitely. Hey, I didn't tell them to wear that mask.
Right.
It's a specific phobic disorder. It causes anxiety and racing heart, nausea, profuse sweating. Yep, we get it. Most people can't avoid clowns, which is a good thing.
Correct.
So
this is true.
For example, last show, we're not going to the clown motel. That is a choice that we have made for sure. Some need exposure therapy, type of psychotherapy to help manage their reactions to clown or clown images. Galeophobia is a medical term for fear of sharks.
Oh, there you go.
As one I have.
Yep.
Although it's not known exactly how many people have been diagnosed with galeophobia, a study conducted in 2015 revealed that over half, 51% of Americans are absolutely terrified of sharks.
Which I always found interesting.
It's interesting, because what if you have that irrational, and I call it irrational, a fear of sharks and you live in Omaha?
Right.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're fine.
You can also choose not to travel to the coasts.
Yep.
And if you do, you don't have to walk on the beaches or go in the water.
I know where they live.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of their home.
Yeah. And I guess because I get it. I mean, sharks are huge beings in size and mass and jaw power, huge teeth. Like, I understand totally where the fear comes from.
Yeah.
But then, like, I'll look at stats that are like, yeah, you're more likely to die falling in your bathtub than you are to a shark.
To a shark, right.
You know? But then again, that's logical. And when you're experiencing those fears, that part of your brain is not thinking. It's, hey, I gotta survive right now.
It isn't right. And
I'm busy trying to live.
And most times, and I've seen the YouTube videos, and I forget what this woman's name is, but she dives with sharks. She has these big long fins. She almost looks like a fish when she's in the water. And she's really like these long fins that she has, and she kind of does this little snake thing, and this is like
the efficiency of swimming, I guess.
Yeah, she just looks like a fish when she's in the water. And so she's swimming around, and I don't know if she's ever been in the water with a great white. But I know she's been in the water with bull sharks. I know she's been in the water with tiger sharks. Those are two aggressive sharks.
Yeah.
But it's amazing because she'll go and she'll be swimming and the shark comes up from behind. It's like, well, you have to be calm. And yeah.
Right.
You have to be calm and you have to face the shark. You can't be away from the shark because the shark, especially if it's prey, it's going to come up from behind the prey because it doesn't want to see you, and then it's going to chomp. And then once they realize you're human, they're like, oh, this isn't on my menu.
Yeah.
And they'll swim away, but now you've got gashes in you and whatever. So she's like, and literally she would turn around, this tiger shark's like coming up on her big time, and she literally puts her hand on the nose like, no. And the tiger shark's like, oh shit, sorry. And swims away. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
Right.
That would not happen in my world. It wouldn't.
Right, because you can't let yourself be seen as prey. It is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You have to show, like, either A, I'm on your level, or B, I'm the predator, don't make me boop your nose. I'll give you a shove to let you know I'm serious.
Yes. Well, that's like how they've always said with bears and cougars, for example. Because I have daughters, his sisters, out in the state of Washington. And so cougars are a thing. You go on a hiking trail, it is very possible you are going to run into a cougar. So they always you have to be loud and you make yourself big.
Yeah. Same thing with black bears.
Same thing with black bears. And at some point, they're going to be like, I'm a bear. And then they're going to be like, oh, but you're scary. And then they run away. But like with a shark, it's just like, I'm out of my environment.
Yeah, you're in the water.
I'm in the water.
Yeah.
I can't move like that thing. And I don't have sharp teeth. I have no mechanism in which to defend myself other than bopping their nose.
Right.
That's it. So yeah, that's a real fear, man. That is one I definitely have. And And I live in the Midwest, so
Yeah.
I understand.
You are the
that
guy in Omaha.
I am the dude in Omaha, and I'm fine with that. And when I do go to Florida, I maybe knee high, maybe.
Yeah.
Because now apparently alligators, because of brackish water over the years, they'll just swim right up off the Gulf, just right on the beach, and you're just like, oh, it's an alligator. That's nice.
Neat.
That's great. Now I have to worry about them too.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, another one that I'm going to mention is Fear of the Dark.
Iron Maiden.
Great song. Nyctophobia, that almost sounds like cigarettes.
Yeah,
but,
right.
is an extreme fear of the dark.
You've heard of Newports. Get ready for nyctophobia.
Get ready for nyctophobia. One puff and you're in the ground. Oh, man, I need to smoke one of those.
Where do I buy that? Yeah.
Where do I get that from?
Wonder what strain that is.
So it's an extreme fear of the dark. This phobia is very common among children, but can affect people of all ages. People with this specific anxiety disorder have trouble sleeping, obviously dark, duh.
Right.
Have panic attacks, may avoid leaving the house after dark. Providers treat nyctophobia with therapy if a fear of the dark is disturbing daily life. That I get to a point. Once again, not that I have that now, but when it is dark, you can't see.
Right.
So one of your senses is removed from you. So if you are in a very dark room, you got blackout curtains, whatever, and it's nighttime, it is black.
Oh, yeah.
So, for example, it's pitch dark, and you hear click, 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 knock, or something scurry or whatever. Immediately, I'm freaking out.
Right.
Because I can't see.
Yeah.
It's pitch dark.
Right.
So your first instinct is, I don't know what that is or why, but I need to turn a light on.
Right. Because sight allows you to process threat or not.
Correct. So when it's that dark, so I do get that to a point.
I would almost argue, because I totally get it also. I don't experience it, but I get it because it comes with the same ambiguity, the uncanny valley, if you will, of my fear of clowns. Right. Because when people are wearing masks, you don't see their face, you don't know their intentions. I mean, the biggest threat to human beings is human beings. Mm-hmm. So if I don't know what you're about, this is a problem. This could be a problem. Mm-hmm. And the dark holds that same ambiguity.
It does.
So I totally get it.
That's a really great point. And then, and back to the clowns once again, you have this image. And it dates back even to when you're kids and you see a painting or you see something in a book or you see them in the real life, which is terrifying. And it isn't. I don't even know how to articulate this, but it's like they don't look quote unquote happy per se, or it's like fake happy. Like they're painting happy on their face because they're not.
Right.
I have to do this because deep down I am not a good person.
Right.
Or maybe I have ulterior motives, and they're creepy, and I don't know what it is, and it's also part of the way they act when they are a clown. Hey, boys and girls. Right. No, F you, dude.
No.
Get away from me.
No, thank you.
And my friend Jess is a White Sox fan. Once again, proving that no one is perfect, but that's completely fine. Buzzinga. But I told her when I was a kid, grew up on the south side as a Cubs fan, that's right, balls of steel. But we always went to Sox games because all my friends are Sox fans. We go to Sox games. They always had stupid mascots, Ribby and Rhubarb, these goofy-ass looking monster things. Goofy monster-looking things. Because what are you going to do? You're just going to have some guy walk around in a stinky gym sock? I mean, right. I don't understand what else you're going to do.
I'm the White Sox.
But there was a dude. So for Cub fans, you'll know this, Ronnie Woo Woo. Woo Cubs, woo Sandberg. Like he just wanders around. But it's just like this dude, and that's like his gig. But, even though he can be annoying, he's charming, whatever, and he's doing his woo thing. For the White Sox, it was Andy the Clown.
No.
He was creepy as hell. Like, he is made up of nightmares. And like he had this little red nose, and he'd press this little thing, and the red nose would glow. And I'd be like, "No, Rudolph, you get stepping."
Right.
Like when we would go to the game as kids, and it wouldn't be sellouts because it's the White Sox, so you could move around freely. And we'd be sitting there, and soon as Andy got in our section, I would go to a friend or whatever and be like, "Hey, now's about the time we go to the bathroom and go up and grab a hot dog.
Right.
Don't you think that would be a really great idea?"
Yeah.
We got the hell out of there.
Yep.
We're like, "You bug someone else, Andy the clown."
Yeah. Freak.
Yeah. Oh, my God. No kidding. It's like, I came to watch baseball. F off, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need all that you are ruining my evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but phobias, man. It's just like... And there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah.
There is a video, and I feel bad because I'm sure this woman is just terrified. But it's a Maury Povich, and bless Maury Povich, man. Some of his shows, I would cry laughing. So they had a show of like people that just had these irrational fears. And so this woman came out, and she's like sobbing. She's sobbing, and like nothing's going on, but she's sobbing. Almost like she kind of has a feeling what's coming on.
Oh, yeah.
And she's sobbing or whatever. And it's like, so I hear you have a fear of olives.
Right.
She's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, well, relax. Lies right off jump. I don't, there's no olives here. So whatever. And he's just like talking about it. But, I think we should bring in the olives. And he does this as dude's got a massive mason jar filled with olives. And this guttural noise that comes from this woman is like, ah! And she just runs off the set. She bolts like Jesse frickin' Owens, and she is down the hallway. And you're laughing because it's just so irrational. It's funny. But in the same sense, you're just like, oh my God, she is so frickin' terrified right now.
Right.
But yeah, so I highly recommend, like, you can go to the old Google machine and just enter irrational fears, stuff like that. You'd be amazed.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed at the things that come up.
Yes.
On there for sure. But at any rate, I sincerely hope you don't fear podcasts and that you do not fear the Mark Mo Show.
Don't fear the subscribe button either.
Do not fear that. And
make yourself acquainted even.
Be fearless and share that shit. Is what we're trying to say. And we're going to take a quick break and come back with a little Carpe Diem for you. All right, we are back here on the Mark Mo Show. I'm your host, Mark Maloney, along with Aiden Maloney. And we're now on to Carpe Diem. That is a segment where you find beautiful, wonderful folks. Send us your DMs, and we read them on the show. And if they're in the form of a question, we have
answer.
We have the ability to answer them.
Certainly the ability to.
Yeah, whether we do it or not, it's a case-by-case basis.
Sure.
Case-by-case basis. And if I'm kind of sitting here, and I look at my left hand, and there's nothing in it, but then I glance over to my right hand, and I don't know, say 100 is in there, then I'm going to be like, I just already forgot about my left hand.
Whoa.
Look at that. That looks pretty...
Very neat.
All I'm saying is there's ways...
Sure. Treat us like a Supreme Court justice and give us gifts to perhaps alter how we think about the Constitution.
Sway things in your favor.
Yeah.
That is the new American way.
Of course.
For certain. So here we go. I have 5 today.
Ooh.
The first one is from @Landshark, and it was very simple. It just says special delivery.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh no.
No. I'm not answering the door.
But it's a special delivery for you.
It is. It's so special. It's so special I don't deserve it. So I'm just not going to answer.
Too humble. You got to answer the door.
I'm sorry, @Landshark. I will not play your games.
What's scarier, though? A shark in the water when you're in the water, or a shark that can move on land when you're on land?
A shark on land because I'm not expecting it.
Oh, sure.
If I'm in the ocean, even if it's like a less than 1% chance that one of these will swim in my general direction, you're saying there's a chance.
Right.
So I'm like, yep, I'm technically in his backyard. I'm going back on the boat. But land shark...
It's your home domain.
It's my home domain. Yeah, if someone knocks at the door, oh, who is it? Special delivery. Oh, super. Open the door. All of a sudden, great white. Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
So, land shark, go away. At Melt the Ice. Hey, Mosho crew. I have a few friends of mine harassed by the federal goon squad here in Chicago. None of them were illegal immigrants. How can we stop these assholes?
That's a good question. I would say know your lawyer's phone number.
100%.
Recognize and utilize your First and Second and Fourth Amendment rights.
Mm-hmm.
And power in numbers.
Power in numbers. And that's worked in many cases where we've seen someone try to... I call it an abduction. It's what it is.
It is.
So when you see that occurring, I just say, hey, if you're on the street and say there's just a handful or less of these ICE dudes and they're doing their thing, and you realize that you're on the street with maybe 10 or 15 or 20 others, I think it's your responsibility as a group to be like, nope, this is not happening right here, and the only way we can help him is if we all get in there.
Yeah.
Because at some point when the numbers are not in their favor, they skedaddle.
Yeah, they skedaddle like the little fucking rats they are.
Yeah, exactly. And I know, like, you know, some of the politicians and things like that, they're all like, have your phones, you know, take video, take photos, that kind of thing. It's helpful. I mean, it really is, especially if you're posting them or you get them to proper authorities. It's like, okay, who's this guy? Here's his face. This is what's happening. Like that one woman from WGN. She was a producer.
Right.
She was in her car, and they just chucked her down and brought her in. It's like, at some point, you know, history, and just not now in our place, in our time, but things like this have happened time and time again. And for whatever reason, society just doesn't learn. You know, it's like the little kid with the hot stove. Ah, that hurts. Don't touch it. You know, 10 minutes later, it hurts. Well, dumbass.
Right.
You touched it 10 minutes ago. Of course it hurts. And apparently we just like to touch hot stove.
Right.
We can't get enough of it. But you know, it isn't written in stone, is what I'm saying. You can make change. It's going to take a lot of us to make that change, but it can be made. We're about to literally have a socialist mayor in New York. And that's amazing that the people of that city thought enough to be like, nope, we're going to try something different.
Right.
Because this shit ain't working.
And how very telling of the Democratic Party as an organization to not back your most popular mayoral candidate in the nation.
In the nation. Right, correct.
How very telling.
Yeah. They're so terrified that they're willing to screw it all up and maybe have a Republican stooge put in there instead, and you're going to try to submarine this guy. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right. Because they're more focused on protecting capitalists, and they're more focused on appeasing their billionaire donors than they are about helping people and actually being a left-wing party, which they haven't been in decades, in half a century maybe.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too. They're so terrified of moving further left that they become kind of this almost separate centrist party that tries to please everyone.
Doesn't work like that.
And it doesn't work like that. You got to pick a lane. And in America, there's 2 lanes.
Right.
You got to pick one or the other.
Yeah. You cannot appease your billionaire overlords while helping any working American.
Nope.
You can't do both.
Nope.
Because the exploitation of that working American is the reason that billionaire exists.
Yep. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yep, I agree with that. All right, we're on to at Susie Bets Hard. Ooh, all right, Susie.
Man. Okay.
Okay. Hi, guys. I know you used to have a sports show, so my question is Patriots minus 5.5 over the Falcons or Colts minus 2.5 over the Steelers?
Ooh. A little throwback to the Coach's Corner days, hey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like Pat's 5.5 over the Falcons. They've kind of been popping off for a while.
May looks like the real deal.
He looks like the real deal. I know
it's gonna be May.
Yeah, the Colts have been popping off too. The Steelers are such an enigma.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some weeks they are just on fire, and then some weeks it's like, Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers shows his age.
And they look real mid.
And they look really mid. So I can see the Colts popping off a huge victory.
Yeah.
It's just Pat's 5.5 over the Falcons feels more realistic.
Yeah.
To me. Mm-hmm. More plausible.
Definitely. I think, honestly, if I had a parlay, so for those that don't bet a lot, it's when you have multiple bets, 4, 5, 6 bets, even more sometimes. But the only way you win is you got to hit them all.
Right.
Now, the reason you do this, number one, it's affordable. It's low risk, high reward. So it could be a $10 bet. It could be a $20 bet. But if you hit them all, you could win $400 or $500 on a $20 bet. So that sometimes that's worth the shot.
Yeah.
So if I had one, is what I'm saying, I would probably put both of those in.
Sure.
To be completely honest, I would feel really good about the Colts over the Steelers and the Patriots over the Falcons. 5.5, they should win by 10 points.
Yeah.
So I feel good about that. At Candy, happy Halloween. What are some of your favorite treats?
Ooh. All right, Candy Thrice. We'll test out here your question. Some of our favorite treats. Well, it doesn't specifically say candies.
No.
So it could be any treat.
Could be any treat.
But does treat over-encompass dessert? Or is treat more of a smaller morsel, per se?
Right.
You know, because I love cheesecake, but is cheesecake a treat or a dessert?
Or a dessert.
I think it's a dessert.
I think it's a dessert.
Yeah.
I think you can separate that. Just like, for example, like a big bowl of buttery popcorn. It's a treat to me.
I'm treating myself, yeah.
But nobody's going to give me a bowl of popcorn on Halloween.
Yeah, this is your treat.
It's my treat.
Yeah. Although getting microwave popcorn on Halloween is kind of a fun treat.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's actually a good idea.
Yeah. So, favorite treats. I guess if we're talking Halloween, gotta love Reese's.
Yep.
Reese's pumpkins are great. Reese's Pieces are fantastic. Peanut butter and chocolate as a combination is honestly an S tier food item, period.
Yeah.
I would say Twix is enjoyable. Good Milky Way bar or Mars bar, as they call it across the pond. Pretty nice.
Yeah. You know what's really good, kind of low-key, under the radar? And we were talking about this. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings here in Valparaiso a couple of nights ago, and there was a table of us, and we were talking about Halloween treats and candies and stuff, and you know what they like. Some people like a payday and this and that.
Paydays are tasty.
Someone mentioned a Take 5. And a Take 5 has like chocolate and nougat and pretzel. It's actually really good.
Ooh.
It's really good.
Is that the Reese's Take 5? I know there is a Reese's 5 thing.
Maybe it's by the Reese's company, but I've always seen it says Take 5 on it.
Yeah. I think so. It's like chocolate peanut butter, like, nougaty caramel and pretzels.
Yeah.
That is good.
It is
really good.
It's really good. I think my favorite, and this goes back, I'm a big Three Musketeers guy. I do like that. I like peanut butter cups, but you got to put them in the freezer. Like that makes them that much better.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, I feel if you open them up, by the time you get to like your third bite, it started to get a little melty.
Yeah.
Melty.
You want the cup to stay the cup.
Right. So just freeze it. By the time you're done with it, it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm a big whatchamacallit fan. I love
whatchamacallit guy.
They're so good.
You'll have to explain to me what's in it. I don't know if I've had
I don't even know what the hell's in it.
Oh.
It's like this
crispy... It too is an enigma.
It really is. It's like this crispy rice center. So similar to like the crispy rice on like a Nestle's bar, which I also love. And also have to freeze. Other than like the like Rice Krispie kind of center to it, I'm not sure like what else it's made of. But a whatchamacallit is fantastic. And I'm just going to finish with a Canadian favorite, and you know where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee Crisp.
Coffee Crisp is great.
Just a hint of coffee flavor, but really more mocha.
Yeah.
I think if I had
coffee chocolate.
Yeah, and just like these wafers, and it's so good.
It's really good.
Yeah, so I would definitely have Coffee Crisp.
Damn right. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. Last one for me, at Stoner Stanley 420.
My man.
Is spooky time, Momo and Alan. I saw a thing and it scares me. Stoner.
Oh, man.
I think is going to hurt me. I pooped.
Oh, jeez, Stan. Oh, no.
What a mouse look like? It doesn't look like Jerry from that cartoon. Maybe it a fish by.
Oh, God, Stan. That's great. Not for him. Clearly, he was scared by something and had an accident. Is he gonna be okay? It seems like he's been distraught for a while.
He's been going. Maybe it's a strain that he's been messing with lately.
His brain's been running the gauntlet, man.
It really has. It really has. And to go from, what a mouse look like.
Maybe eat a fish.
Maybe a fish.
I'm trying to think if there's any aquatic beings that look like mice.
Beavers are bigger.
Beavers. I mean, I guess
like
platypus.
There's chipmunks. Maybe it's a chipmunk.
Could be chipmunks are kind of small. Yeah,
and they're kind of squirrely and they dart real fast. So that could have made him poop.
Yeah, maybe eat a fish.
Maybe eat a fish. Yeah. Who knows? Because he does live in a van down by the river.
Right?
Yeah, that's where he's at. Well, Stoner, I don't know what you got going on there. Maybe eat a fish.
Maybe eat a fish. Stay safe, though.
I don't know. If it's a fish, maybe cook it. Just
see
crazy ideas.
Yeah.
But take care of yourself. It sounds like you're going through it.
Yeah.
You're going through it right now, for sure.
Yeah, maybe Halloween fell at a bad time for his mental state.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I really do. It's just like Halloween and then add a certain strain to all of the happenings. You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you're going to have a bad time. What do you got going on for your DMs?
First DM I got here is from The Trees.
Ooh.
You're lost in the forest and it's past dusk. What would frighten you the most?
The forest.
Yeah, the forest itself.
I don't... Now, I like hikes in the woods during the day.
Very calming.
Beautiful, especially in the fall.
Yeah.
Like a crisp day, got your hoodie on. You just walk a mile or two by the lake, all that.
Oh, yeah.
But, in fact, when it starts, the sun's going down and the woods just get black.
Yeah.
Right? There's still light in the air, but the woods are black.
Yep.
Like, that's the stuff out of horror movies.
Yeah. The shade compounds the darkness.
Yeah. And because you get the wind and the breeze and the rustling of the leaves.
There's constantly rustling behind you.
It's just, I don't know, it's that same argument we had about the dark. Because you're not able to, like, figure things out. And I think there's probably a phobia for that.
I'm sure.
And I'm not a fan.
No, I'm not either. I think hearing a humanoid sound in such a scenario would probably be one of the most scary things.
Yes.
Because then I'm thinking Wendigo, I'm thinking serial killer, I'm
for
thinking
sure.
shapeshifter. It could be, and if I hear a human cry, like crying in the forest, wherever it's coming from, I'm going the other way. And I'm sorry.
I've had that happen.
You're probably cooked. I'm still alive.
I'm alive.
Sounds like you're cooked.
Yep, I'm gonna double time it, and in my head, just for you, I'll start singing "I Will Remember You," but I'm not coming to help because it's too late. It's too late.
You know what's worse? Maybe hearing a human laugh.
That maybe more terrifying.
Arguably worse. If I hear that, fuck. Now I know I'm cooked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. If you hear a laugh, you're like, oh okay. Now they're watching me.
Yeah. And
they're laughing because they're not really worried about me.
No, right.
So I'm at a tremendous disadvantage right now.
Yeah.
Either that or if you hear
right.
You hear that, you're definitely cooked.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm the next guy in that movie. Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, it's been real, boys.
It's been real. Peace out.
I got a DM here from Crippy Grew, our boy. 14-hour road trip, but your only passenger is the main character of the last show or movie you watched. How bad is the trip?
Oh, wow. Oof. What did I watch last?
I know I was watching horror movies yesterday, which was Halloween Day for us. And the last movie we watched... Boy, what was it? Oh, man, I'm trying to think. Because we watched a good handful of movies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is anything coming to your mind?
Yeah. I just thought of it because I wanted to watch a spooky movie yesterday on Halloween. And I decided to go with a movie called The Right.
Oh, yeah.
With Anthony Hopkins. And it's based on a true story. Father Michael Kovac, actually from Chicagoland, the south suburbs. That's where the parish that he works at. And so I imagine my car ride would be with Anthony Hopkins. And I just hope it would be the one that is not possessed by Ball. If it's the Anthony Hopkins that is possessed by Ball, that's going to be a bad road trip.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's a bad road trip.
That's a bad one.
Unless it's Father Michael Kovac, which in that case is going to be an incredibly compelling and intellectual 14 hours learning about exorcism.
Yes.
So it just depends who's in that car with me.
Right. Ooh, that's tough.
Or if it's Sonia Braga, who plays the South American reporter who's writing the article on exorcism because she had an experience with her brother who passed away when exorcism didn't work, and then he ended up passing away, which is kind of her reasoning or purpose for doing this article.
Yeah.
That also would be very interesting. So 2 out of 3 wouldn't be bad.
Yes.
Let's
There's a
way.
33% chance it could get rough.
It could get rough.
Yeah.
It could get really rough.
I do recall the last movie we watched before we called it a night was the original Pet Semetery.
Oh, yeah.
And
you got Gabe in your car?
Right, right. Either that or it's the doctor.
You want to play?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, sir.
Nope.
No, I'm good. But either that or it's the doctor. It depends who you think the main character is.
Yeah.
Who I would argue is the doctor because he's the protagonist in a way.
Yeah.
But it just depends. Is this pre the child dying where he's like just kind of a dude, just a medical doctor guy,
yeah.
just a guy? Or is this like post-child dying where he's lost it?
He's lost it completely.
He's lost it.
That would be a bad ride.
Right. That's a terrible ride.
Yeah.
What a horrible co-pilot. If it's the dude before, I would still be uncomfortable because it's just some actual rando that I don't know.
Or the old guy that Gabe kills. I can't remember that character's name. Jed, yeah.
Jed, he cuts
his Achilles with a knife.
Yep. Yeah.
Fun fact, that actor plays Herman Munster from the show The Munsters.
Oh, shit. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, so...
That's kind of fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If it's Jed seems like a charming guy.
Jed would be fun.
Yeah.
I think Jed would be fun.
Jed would be a good talk, for sure. Yeah, if it's the doc, not really interested. If it's the psychotic doc, no, bad time.
Bad time. Yeah, agreed.
If it's the killer kid, worst time.
Worst time. Oh, yeah. Because he'll be sitting next to you, and then you'll glance over, he's gone. And you just hear that laugh. Want to play? Nope.
Like reaches under the driver's seat with his knife.
Oh, God.
Not my Achilles, please.
That scene haunts me.
Yes. Yeah. I got one more question. Evil Genie checking in. I offer you riches, $2 million, and you remain at the same social standing as before. Or $20 billion, but you gain the fame and infamy that comes with being a multi-billionaire.
Wow. Either one's not bad. I could definitely make the two stretch.
The 2 milli. Yeah.
I could definitely make that stretch. Pick up side gigs here and there if I want to, just to be able to do things.
Right, but you'd be comfortable for a while.
But you'd be comfortable. You know,
Yeah.
that's something that could sit in an account and you probably just live off some of that
Accrue
interest.
yeah,
right, exactly. So that wouldn't be so terrible. But the billion, I would probably do that because even though you're going to catch flack and there's all that with being a billionaire, I think that there's a lot of good I could do with that. So just because I'm a billionaire doesn't mean I need to be a prick or I need to be like Musk or Bezos or anybody like that. I could be very philanthropic. I could, open up shelters and educational, educational programs for people they're homeless or undereducated or what, there's just things you could do because you have that amount of money.
Right.
So I think I would like to have that amount of money to be able to impact the masses in a positive way, because I don't think a lot of the billionaires do enough.
That's true.
So to be able to have that, I'm not going to spend that. I'm not going to spend $1 billion.
Right.
So why not take that money and do good with it and help people out as much as you can? So I would probably go that route.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. But there is something that crossed my mind with that, is with the $20 billion, even doing all of the charity and philanthropy, it essentially means that's your job then. Your job is going out there and, organizing these things, making sure the money's going to the right places.
Yep.
And I don't want this to come off selfish, but if I'm going to retire from working and, spend my time doing things I love, like the arts, I would just kind of pass the torch, maybe. Like, I would just take, I don't know, $19.9 billion.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, pick 100 different charities and be like, hey, you guys are going to be funded for the next 200 years.
Correct.
Yep. And maybe I would hire, like a team to go out there and just make sure, like, the money's being allocated right. It's not being funneled into some chode's pockets.
Exactly.
So yeah, I would kind of pass the torch as far as the responsibility goes, because if I'm done working, I'm done working. Hey, you guys have fun with all this money.
Yep.
Do some good in the world. I'm gonna play video games for a long time and recover from what capitalism has brought on me.
Well, exactly, and I know I speak for you as well. It's like my needs aren't that great. I don't have to have 8 or 9 or 10 mansions. I don't have to have 20 cars. Like a lot of these billionaires do.
Right. 5 yachts,
a couple of decent rides, a couple of homes, maybe. That'd be it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot of that. I just travel and experience life.
Right.
Maybe get like a motorcycle or one of those cool RVs and just explore and just drive around and get to know people. And then as I go from town to town, be like, oh, they're having this issue. I think I can help with that.
Right.
And just be able to do that, I think would be cool as hell.
I agree. I definitely agree.
It's like, it's that meaning I think everybody searches for in their life. There's that quote from the Equalizer movie at the beginning of the movie. It was like the 2 most important days are the day you're born and the day you find out why. I think there's a lot to that. Like,
sure.
If I had that amount of money, I think it'd be like, oh, now we're going to find out why.
Yeah.
Because you can just impact so many people in such a positive way. So,
right.
Yep, I would do that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's the last DM I received today.
Alrighty, well, once again, if you have DMs, you have questions, statements, whatever you want, send them our way. All the socials. You could send them, I believe, via the old YouTube if you want to. But our socials, whether it's the Mark Mo Show, After Hours, I think Guys Being Dudes still has a social presence. In addition to Aiden Maloney or Mark Maloney, you can find us out there under those names as well. Maloney Media on my Insta. So anytime, throw comments at us, and we'd be happy to read them.
Yeah, definitely,
for sure. We have a segment called Other Foods, and Aiden's been doing this a while now, where he scours the planet and he looks for delicacies. No,
not delicacies.
He looks for, well, bad shit.
Yeah,
bad stuff that people go, oh, I'm gonna eat that.
Ew, yucky.
And Aiden does the research and figures this out and shares his knowledge with all of us.
You're welcome in advance.
So what do you got for us this week?
Fermented fish paste.
Oh God,
is what I'm bringing to the table today.
Oh boy,
literally, am I right?
Oh no.
Yeah, fermented fish paste, a condiment made by fermenting fish with salt and other ingredients, resulting in a strong-smelling, salty and savory product used in various cuisines, particularly in Southeast Asia. Of course, it's made by salting the fish to act as a preservative, and then allowing it to ferment. Now, for anyone that hears the word ferment and doesn't really get it, the reason that wine has alcohol in it is because it is fermented. You know, it's not, malted, it's not distilled, it's fermented. So you're fermenting the fish.
Correct.
It's not going to be tasty like when you do it with grapes. You're fermenting fish. The fermentation process can be influenced by factors like sunlight, time, and addition of other ingredients. And I found a very specific one here. I really hope I get this pronunciation right. I believe it's Ngyapi, Ngapi. Does that sound right? Ngyapi?
Sure.
Translates closely to pressed fish.
Oh, my.
Yeah. It's a pungent paste made of either fish or shrimp used in Burmese cuisine. It's made by fermenting fish or shrimp that is salted and ground and then sun-drying it. Sun-dried fermented fish paste.
Paste, yeah.
Yeah. Quote, like cheese, it can be distinguished based on the main ingredient or regional origin, or the type of fish used to make it. Can come from using whole fish, like the whole fish
eyes
goes
and everything?
in there. Oh yeah,
yeah.
To small fish or prawns. It can be raw as well. With some exceptions, it's not meant for human consumption in air quotes, but of course that means some people have definitely eaten it.
Some people have eaten it, right?
Which there's no. That's kind of like the apex of my findings, is the fact that you could have raw, fermented, sun-dried fish paste.
Oh, God.
Which really sounds like a combination of things I'm not into.
Yeah, I'm almost kind of wondering in a way, who eats it, or how do you eat it? Like, do you just put it on a cracker?
Yeah. Right. What part of the
gonna
cuisine...
make a sandwich out of it?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, either way, I'm not about it, but... Oh, God.
Yeah, how would you utilize that? And who was the first person to, leave a fish out in the sun for too long?
Right.
And then be like, you know what? What if I grind it up? Is this still food? Well, and then everyone was like, yay, we did it.
Yeah,
fermented sun-dried fish paste.
Right, oh, well, yeah, let's fillet and debone the fish. Oh, no, we're not doing that. We're going to use it all.
Just grind it up.
We're going to grind it up. We're going to use it all.
Nothing goes to waste,
None of this animal goes to waste. Yeah, okay, thanks, Ace. Wow.
Yeah, quite yucky. Not interested.
Yeah, that is gross.
If anyone out there has tried fermented fish paste, let us know.
Let us know. And then we'll judge you.
We'll judge it based on what it sounds like. We're not going to try it, though. I'll just say that right now.
No,
not happening.
Now, something that you might try, as I move to my Frozen Guy review, used to be Fry Guy Fry review, and we took a little break from that because I've eaten a lot of fries.
A lot of fries.
But I also eat a lot of frozen meals because, well, I'm single, and you can't always cook between your busy lifestyle and work and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times, and quite frankly, it's more affordable. Am I going to go out and have a $13, $14, $15, fast food meal, or am I going to throw a $4 frozen meal in the microwave?
Right.
A little bit more economical for sure, and it's gonna get the job done most of the times. So, I started the Frozen Guy review. We're a few in, and the one I'm doing today is Healthy Choice Cafe Steamers Chicken Alfredo.
Cafe Steamers.
Now, the Cafe Steamers are fun. You don't have to vent the meal or anything. Sometimes you gotta pull the corner of the thing up, and then halfway through you mix it up. You don't do that with these. You put it in for 4 or 5 minutes, and you let it cook.
Let them
cook. And then when you're done, it's in a mechanism where it's in this little plastic vented bowl, and then you pick it up, so it'll be your meat and your vegetables or whatever you have in there. In this case, it's the chicken Alfredo. Well, it's the grilled chicken bits and the pasta.
Yeah.
On the top. And you pick the little plastic vented bowl up, and below it is a bowl that is just a regular bowl, and it has the sauce at the bottom.
Oh.
So the sauce, as it heats up, is cooking, steaming, if you will.
Right.
the meat and the pasta. And so then you flip the thing upside down, and you put all the pasta, mix up the sauce and everything like that.
It's a clever idea.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So it really is this convenient meal that has the grilled chicken breast and the penne pasta and the creamy Alfredo sauce, and you mix it all together. I find as a healthy choice, a healthier version of a frozen meal, that the chicken was really, really, really good. They were chunks of white chicken breast, so it was really good.
Nice.
The pasta actually cooked incredibly well. Like, it cooked it as if you would have taken it out of the water and put it in your own strainer. It was really, really good. I found the sauce to be bland. And I'm sure it's that way because it's a healthy choice. So I get it.
Reduced sodium and
all of that.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of taste. But it was still very good. Like, in the future, because like I liked the chicken and the pasta and I liked the way it cooked, the sauce was fine, just a little bit flavorless. I find if you've got a little bit of basil, oregano, stuff like that at home, just add it.
Yeah.
Just add a little salt and pepper or whatever and just kind of mix it up. And I think if you add those things, I think it gets into the rare air. I think it gets into the nines. But even so, even though the sauce wasn't as flavorful and a little bit on the runny side, I still give it a very, very, very solid 8.6.
That is good.
It was really good. Now, once again, on the healthy side of things, when you eat those, either a smaller meal or one of the healthier ones, you're going to be hungry in about 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So you have to deal with that.
Right. Whether portion size or sometimes they're just not filling. You know, sometimes the carbs run through you quicker and it's just like, you know, more protein, more vegetables makes you feel full longer, but that's tougher to do frozen.
For sure. Yep, it is. But all in all, we're 3 for 3. So this is the third one. I think, I'm trying to remember if the first 2 were 9s. I think it was.
Both first 2 were 9s.
9.4 and 9.1.
Yep.
And it's an 8.6. So 3's really strong.
All bangers.
All bangers.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. This week, which could translate into our next episode, I've had some that aren't maybe in the 9s or 8s. So we'll get to that. Not that they're terrible, but that they're just very mid.
Yeah.
So we'll get to those next week and following weeks for sure. Now, typically we jump into our next break, but I have a friend of mine, Neva. She works at my bank here in Valparaiso, and she has contributed to my shows on and off over the last year and change. She is the queen of dad jokes. She just pulls these things up and she's got them. So I was in there recently, because currently out of work, so I knocked off a bank. And I really didn't knock off a bank.
Not yet.
I wouldn't knock off their bank. I wouldn't knock off any bank. I had money.
In GTA, of course, we're talking about this hypothetical situation in a video game.
Exactly.
Where we would knock off a bank.
Right.
But not their bank.
To be clear.
Right.
So anyway, when I went in to see her, she's like, I got dad jokes. I'm like, yes, and they're Halloween. I'm like, well, guess what we're doing?
Yeah.
So I have some dad Halloween jokes, courtesy of Neva at my bank. And so here's the first one. What do you get if you divide the circumference of a jack-o'-lantern by its diameter?
What's that?
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
I'll get you some applause for that one. That's good.
Let's go.
That's good.
What happens when a ghost gets lost in the fog?
I don't know.
He's missed.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus.
Now, Aiden's getting over a cold, and we're going to get some cough action here, but that's all right. We'll deal. What is a ghost's favorite pair of pants?
What's that, then?
They're boo jeans.
Oh, come on. The boo jeans.
Let's go. Let's go. What do ghosts serve for dessert?
Ghosts serve for dessert? I'm not sure.
Ice cream.
Oh, that's a classic one right there.
That one is definitely a classic. What do birds give out on Halloween night?
I don't know. What is it?
Tweets.
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 I like that one. That's fun.
That's a good one. What room do ghosts avoid?
I don't know.
The living room.
Okay, that's kind of baller. That's kind of baller.
That's a good one. How do you fix a jack-o'-lantern?
I don't know.
With a pumpkin patch.
Jesus.
These are grade A. Grade A.
She kind of popped off, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Why don't skeletons play music in church?
Why?
Because they have no organs.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. What do you get when you cross a vampire with a snowman?
I have no idea.
Frostbite.
Oh, good God.
Frostbite. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
What type of music is a mummy's favorite?
I don't know.
Rap.
Oh, okay.
Rap.
I like that one.
Rap.
Yeah.
Why don't skeletons like parties?
I don't know.
Because they have no body to dance with.
Oh, wow.
Wah, wah.
Devastating. That one's kind of sad.
That's a sad one. What was the witch's favorite subject in school?
I don't know.
Spelling.
Oh, my God.
Spelling.
That one's kind of goated also.
Yeah, oh, for sure. What is a ghost's favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit? It's not booberry, is it?
Bingo!
Booberry.
Booberries.
I like that.
Why can't ghosts lie?
I don't know.
Because you can see right through them.
Oh. that's a pretty good one, too.
That's a good one. All right, we got two more. What does a scarecrow drink his... How does a scarecrow drink his juice?
I don't know.
With a straw.
Oh, well, fuck. Hey, of course.
Of course. And the last one. Why are ghosts always hungry?
I don't know. Because
the food runs right through them.
Oh. Maine. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
The goat of dad jokes.
Yeah, Neva, thank you for that. That is amazing. On that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we come back, our feature segment, You Just Made the List. All right, we are back, and it is time for You Just Made the List. It's our top 10 list of, well, just about anything. And it's a 10 through 2 with our big number one reveal. And oh yes, let me get the
rule book.
Let me flip that open.
Not the rule book.
Page 83, subsection 4.
What'd you see?
No rules.
Thank God.
No rules.
So let's freaking go.
Woo. Yeah. So this particular list is best horror movies, and I know Aiden and I both have an affinity for them, and if you love our show, chances are you do too. So, Aiden, why don't you kick us off?
The best horror movies. Tied for 10th place. I have Paranormal Activity 2 and 3.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I tied the sequels for 10th place, and I've done the same thing, or similar, for 9th place. Smile 1 and 2. The movie would have been a lot higher, and I know it's in some ideas it's maybe unideal to even be on this list because of how weird the endings were in both movies. Had like endings that were just like, what, really? But I love the movie. It's like, do you cut out the last 10 minutes and let your imagination play it out? It's a great movie. Good scares. Number 8, I really enjoyed Hereditary. It was just brutal and creepy. Number 7, The Conjuring. I love the Conjuring movies. Very excellent. Number 6, Insidious Red Door.
Ooh.
The first one I thought was good, not great. A couple of the sequels were just mid. They were fine. But Red Door I really, really liked. Number 5, Paranormal Activity. Got to put the originale on there.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, Barbarian. Really liked that movie.
Interesting.
If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Number 3, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I thought was excellent. And number 2, one of the movies we watched last night, but I know we watched it many, many years ago, Sinister. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I forgot about that
Sequel was pretty good too. I know it had mixed reviews, but I liked the sequel also. But Sinister 1 is fantastic.
The original one is good. That's true. Yeah, I missed that one. That's a good one. I too had a tie at 10. The original Omen, because kids are just creepy. That's true. They're just creepy, and when that kid is there, and he just always has this look on his face, just pure evil.
Yeah.
And the kid's like just out there on the playground, and there's all the kids and stuff, and the nun steps out on that 3rd floor balcony or whatever, and just goes, "I'm doing this for you, Damien," and just jumps out the window and hangs herself. That is
crazy.
It's crazy. So Paranormal Activity was also tied for 10. Number 9, The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
Now, most people would have it in their top 5, if not their top 3. The only reason I have mine down my top 10 list a little bit, and it's being picky, is that I just don't think it ages well. Like, some of the stuff that would have been creepy back in the late 70s, early 80s, now is almost comical.
Sure.
So I think it loses a little bit there, for sure. Number 8, Insidious.
There you go. Yeah.
Number 7, Blair Witch Project. When I saw that in the theater, because I got the thing with the woods.
We just talked about that too.
It's terrifying because you're just afraid of what you don't know or you don't see.
Right.
And your anxiety just builds throughout the movie. So I thought they did a really good job with that. Number 6, OG, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sure.
Got to put Freddy Krueger up there for sure. As a matter of fact, I just watched it the other night. And once again, that one has its cheesy elements, but I think that's part of its charm, the way they did that.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 5, The Rite. I just watched that the other night. Anything with demons and exorcisms and just take my money.
Yeah.
Number 4, the original Friday the 13th. I have a childhood situation involving that movie and a very mean father.
That's right. That's a fun story.
It goats that movie.
Yes.
For sure. It just adds to the lure. Number 3, The Conjuring. I like the whole series, but that first one is epic.
It's fantastic.
For sure. And number 2, The Shining with
there
Jack
you go.
Nicholson. That one it's creepy and it just builds over time. And you just kind of, you delve into Jack's life and in this hotel trapped by winter.
Right.
And you can't leave. And he's not only lost in the evil that is in this place, but kind of in his own head as well. So you kind of go on this journey with him. I thought they did a great job with it.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good list. I guess it kind of shows it shows my inexperience with the classics, but it shows our genre differences too, or subgenre.
Oh, for sure.
Versus like the Catholic Church versus like the supernatural kind of craziness.
Oh, for sure.
But my number 1. Also, I don't think I have any movie on here from the 20th century, which I guess is a shame. I definitely should have done more watching of the classics. But yeah, all of these are from the 21st century. So, of course, if you haven't seen any of these on our lists, go and check them out for sure. Number 1, for sure, has to be Talk to Me.
That's that Australian one, right?
Yes.
Yep, that is a good one.
Aussies make great horror movies.
Yeah.
And what is that, A24, I believe?
A24, yep.
What a fun studio. Yeah, Talk to Me is great. Really, really great. The story itself is thrilling, and the scares are great. Kind of has its brutal moments too, which is fun. But yeah, I love that. Definitely my favorite horror movie as of late.
Yeah, I would agree. I probably would have had it on my list somewhere for sure, even honorable mention.
Yeah,
it is really good. I enjoyed it, and just the originality of the concept of that movie.
Right,
I really liked this one, and I like, even though it's number 1, and I have some real bangers behind it. Nothing comes close to this movie for me. the original Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis, they did this on a bubblegum budget, man.
Yeah.
They had nothing. But the score is great, and the fact that you have this villain, this evil, well, as a child at the beginning, but then Michael Myers, of course, grows up. And he doesn't utter a word, and he doesn't have to. He is evil incarnate. And the guy that plays the doctor who comes out is great. And Jamie Lee Curtis is great, and it's just it's a bloodbath without getting overly gory, which I really enjoyed. And it was once again just about what you can and can't see. People going into the dark, people just being like, "Hey, hello, is anyone out there?" Yeah, and just the build up, and you're like, "Oh man, this chick's gonna get whacked.
Right.
When is it gonna happen?" It's good for jump scares. Like the first time I saw it, maybe 10 good jump scares for me. So yeah, it's classic, number 1, baby.
Righteous. I definitely appreciate that.
No doubt. Now, did you happen to go down said Reddit rabbit hole this week?
I did a little bit.
Okay.
I had a suggestion.
Okay.
As to what to research, and that is a comet known as 3I Atlas.
And shout out to Carlos, who gave us the suggestion.
My boy Carlos, looking into 3I Atlas, which, from a scientific standpoint, hey, it's a pretty cool comet. But there's some lore, there's some weird takes on it, which I can always appreciate, especially people just having fun with it.
Oh, for sure.
There's always grifters out there looking to make $1 on anything crazy. Which
no doubt.
I always shame, but I will never yuck someone's yum just for having a little fun. Bars. So yeah, Comet I3 Atlas is the third known object from outside our solar system to be discovered passing through our celestial neighborhood, as NASA puts it, which is actually how it got its name, because Atlas is the one that saw it, and 3, the third, I, interstellar. That's how it's got its name. So 3I Atlas is a comet. Of course, astronomers categorize this object as interstellar because of the hyperbolic shape of its orbital path. It does not follow a closed orbital path about the sun. When the orbit of 3I is traced into the past, the comet clearly originates from outside our solar system. It poses no threat to Earth, which I know people were kind of scared of when it was first discovered many months ago. I believe it was discovered in this summer of 2025. It's not coming in with about 200 million miles away. So that's 1.8 astronomical units for anyone counting.
Okay.
And an astronomical unit, I believe, is the average distance from the Earth to the sun. So it's just a different way to measure things that isn't a light year or a mile. It's kind of in between. So about 2 times as far away from the sun is the closest it will approach the Earth, and has approached the Earth, which was October 30th, being the closest it ever came to the planet, at a distance of about 1.5 AU, astronomical units. The images that you can find online, of course, very cool, very neat to have an interstellar comet just zooming on by, kind of fun. Came from Hubble, of course, and there's pictures from the James Webb Telescope and the Very Large Telescope, which I always found a strange name. It's just a description. It's not really a name of something.
Got it.
Observations have shown it emitting cyanide gas and atomic nickel vapor at concentrations similar to comets seen within the solar system.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of an interesting observation, because just kind of goes to show that everything within the Milky Way is it's all kind of similar, right?
Yep.
Now, the closest it came to the sun was about 1.4 AU away, so about 130 million miles. The comet itself appears to have originated from the Milky Way's thin disk, or thick disk,
Ooh,
if you will. I like a good thick disk.
Yeah.
It's estimated the comet itself could be at least 7 billion years old. Older than the solar system is estimated to be.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. Now, there have been some controversies about it because of speculation and, theories, if you will, hypotheses, conspiracy theories, where an astrophysicist, Avi Loeb, published a paper speculating it could be an extraterrestrial spacecraft, which, of course, was believed because it had, quote, anomalous characteristics, such as having a large size, lack of identifiable chemicals, and the apparent improbability that its trajectory directly aligns with the solar system's ecliptic plane. Which, of course...
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's fun coincidences.
Yeah.
That is very... It's fun thought experiment, But, of course, these were shot down by other scientists with the, quote, the overwhelming consensus that it is a comet leaves people disappointed with the paper and points out it distracts from the work of other scientists trying to actually figure things out instead of speculating.
Mm-hmm.
Which, fair point. And I'm usually along the lines of, like, I'm not trying to yuck someone's yum if they're having fun with their hypotheses and making little bits. Ooh, it could be aliens.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a scientist doing that, that's a little more like, ew. You kind of have the responsibility to be more accurate than speculation. And when I was talking about grifters earlier, there were a couple YouTube videos I was watching, kind of like August time, a couple months after all this came out, where people were looking through all the crazy conspiracy theories and like how people were using this to be like, oh, I through astral projection have talked to the comet itself and it is enlightening me. Anyway, go buy my course for $500 a month. It's like,
right.
Dude, come on.
Come on.
It's like, yes, it is actually the Buddhist God himself, and it speaks to me directly.
Oh, to grift.
It speaks through me. I'm like, come on. Like, it's all fun and games until you're trying to scam people out of their money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it is a comet. I'm, through the smartest and most knowledgeable scientists on the planet, whom I put my trust in.
Yeah.
It is a comet, and it is fun. It's fun to think aliens are coming to visit us on a comet spitting out gaseous cyanide.
Yeah.
But, it's a fun comet.
It's a fun comet.
It's a fun comet, and don't give your money to grifters.
Don't do that.
That's 3i Atlas.
Yeah. That is amazing. Thank you. And thank you, Carlos, for that recommendation. We love that. Once again, send us your comments, DMs, whatever, and we'll make you. That's right, you. Go to a mirror. I'll wait. No, I won't. You. We're gonna make you part of the show. At any rate, before we take a final break, we were all sleeping. We didn't even know it. So
oh no!
Man. So while we were sleeping, we clearly missed something. That Aiden, once again, does his work, finds things either in the gaming community, YouTube, TV, movies, whatever. Just find something that we've been sleeping on. And what did we sleep on?
I've got movies today, inspired by the movies the horror movies we watched on Halloween.
Yeah,
I have 2 of them because there is a remake / reimagining that I wanted to bring up that I don't think a lot of people have watched. So the first movie I'm bringing up is Pet Semetery, of course. Mentioned that earlier. It is a 1989 horror movie, I believe based on a Stephen King book.
Yep.
Pet Semetery, where the doctor, Lewis Creed, moves a family to Maine, from Chicago, where he meets the friendly local, the charming Judd. After the Creed's cat is accidentally killed, Crandall advises Lewis, Crandall being Judd Crandall, advises Lewis to bury it in the ground near the old pet cemetery. The cat returns to life. However, not quite the same cat.
No.
And, of course, when Lewis's son Gage, who we mentioned during Carpe DMs, dies tragically, Lewis decides to bury the boy's body in the same ground despite the warnings of Judd. And seeing dead people and also what happened with the cat, it's a romp and a riot. Now, Pet Semetery from 2019.
Ooh, okay.
They did a remake / reimagining of it, which I found fun. Still good. I enjoyed it, but it's different. It has slightly different plot points. The ending is different. It's, same vibe, slightly different experience. So I would actually recommend watching both chronologically. Get the original vibe, then watch the new one, and come up with your own conclusion on which one you like more. But I think it is a good thing to do, is to watch both. The 2019 Pet Semetery has slightly different plot points. They both kind of had mixed reviews, but horror movies always get mixed reviews.
They always do, yeah.
They always do. So, yes, definitely recommend watching both. You can see them, I believe, either on Paramount Plus, or, of course, you could go to your local library and borrow them, which I always recommend because God bless libraries.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, Pet Cemeteries, plural.
Pet Cemeteries, plural. Yep, we're very, very familiar with the original.
Yes, the new one is a good watch, I would say. Is a good watch. There's a Pet Sematary 2, which we didn't watch, and I know nothing about.
Okay. Then we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah. I believe it's a sequel to the 1980s one. It's like, how do you sequel that, though?
It's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, bit weird.
Yeah, very weird. All right, let's take that final break. When we come back, we're going to sample some beer. Actually, cider.
Or is it?
Or is it? Stay tuned. All right, we are back to close things out with our beer review. Or is it
the official beer review?
Or is it beer review? It might be.
Here's the fun part. That's why I kind of hinted at it a little bit. You said could be cider. Here's the fun part. We are drinking today Red's Wicked Black Cherry.
Ooh.
Now, a lot of people confuse Reds with a cider.
Because they make cider.
This is a fruit beer.
So interesting.
Yes, Red's Apple Ale was its name. And then they dropped the ale part and just call it Red's Apple, or in this case, Red's Wicked Black Cherry. It's a fruit beer standing at 8% ABV.
Let's go.
So higher than your average. Now, of course, a fruit beer is made with fruit or fruit extracts that are added during any portion of the brewing process. It's got pretty decent reviews overall. This is, of course, out of the Macro Brewery, Red's Brewing Company, out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Good old Midwestern Wisconsin. And we will be ranking it for you on the Untapped app on our phones. Not sponsored, but recommended because it's free, and free is for me. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much we enjoy it. We will give you tasting notes. And, of course, let us know in the comments what you are enjoying today.
That sounds fantastic. So here we go.
Here we go.
Red's Wicked Black Cherry.
Slancha.
Oh, my.
Wow, that is very pleasant.
I can't... It's like the commercial from back, I think it was in the 1990s. I can't believe it's not butter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe this is beer. This is really good.
Yeah.
And if you like cherry...
It's pretty spot on.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, apple notes, black cherry notes. Mm-hmm. That is really tasty. And it's dangerous. You could tell me this is a fruit juice seltzer.
Yeah, for sure.
The fact that it's 8% alcohol in there is crazy, because I couldn't tell you if there is any at all.
No.
This is sneaky.
This is very, very, very sneaky.
Very sneaky, very dangerous.
Wow.
That is remarkable.
It really is.
It is a little desserty. It's got some pretty strong sweetness to it. But man, is that
I think it's
so
ideal
good.
for the fall, though. I mean, just with the cherry and the apple, and it really, it's spot on. But I do agree with that too. It's kind of like, if you, for example, you go out for a meal with your friends or whatever, and you're kind of doing that thing. Like, to have this paired with something that's a little bit on the sweet end, an apple turnover or who knows, a cherry tart, something or other, like, it would work.
Yes.
It would definitely work.
I totally agree.
And, like, what's left on your palate is just fruity. It's just like there's no beer, alcohol, like, you don't get really any of that.
I would agree. It is really, really smooth. And it's just lightly carbonated, just a touch in there.
Just a touch.
Yeah. Wow, that is phenomenal.
Huh.
I really like that.
I'm surprised. I'll
Me
be honest.
too.
I am really surprised.
We've tried a couple different ciders. Wicked Grove. Maybe we've tried some Angry Orchard before.
Yep.
And this, for not being a cider, for being a fruit beer, is really fantastic. But it's definitely in the same vein. It definitely just screams apple and black cherry.
Yes.
There is nothing beery about this.
No.
At all.
Wow.
And like another point too, sometimes with like the higher ABV fruity kind of drinks, like maybe the Seagram's drinks or the Four Locos or things of that nature, they can sometimes have an aftertaste that's like garbagey.
Yeah.
And just funky and off. This is so clean.
It really is.
So clean. Surprisingly clean.
I am so impressed.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. I am so impressed by this.
Yeah, it's going to get a... that's reaching into the elite tier for me. That is getting a 4.0 out of 5.
I did 4.5.
4.5. That is high.
That's 4.5.
And it is good. It's earned it.
But if you like apple, cherry, things that are fruity but not overly fruity, clean, on the palate, refreshing.
Yeah.
Because these are very cold, and so like that helps too.
Yes. Excellent.
Just excellent. One of the best things I've put in my mouth in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like literally no notes. I think sometimes I just get a little too sensitive to like sweetness and sugars, where sometimes it can just become a little cloying on the palate.
Sure.
I think if they had just toned it down a touch, maybe went a touch tart cherry or Granny Smith-esque, it could have gotten a higher score for me. But the fact that it is as sweet as it is, I think is why it's not like a 4.5 or 4.75 in my book. But still definitely elite tier. This is really wonderful. I gave it clean, smooth, sweet, and fruity on the flavor profile.
I went on their cherry, sweet, fruity, apple.
Yeah, definitely agree.
I guess I could add tart. It's not overly tart, though.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Excellent, though.
Very excellent.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Very, very good. Good job, Reds.
Yeah. And I believe you can find these at like C-stores and liquor stores. I'm not sure many bars carry them, which I think is a shame. Because I think they'd kind of pop off.
I think they would.
Yeah. Especially in today's age where like carbless and high noons and mixed drinks as a whole are kind of the staple of those who don't just like their old styles and PBRs.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. This would definitely fit in with that first category.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If I had a bar and it was a bar where I moved a lot of seltzer or things like that, I would have these for sure.
Yeah.
They have the black cherry and you can get just the straight apple.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest turnoff for people maybe just be the sugar content.
Could be.
Because beers themselves don't have to list nutrient information or have nutritional facts. I believe by law they're not required to. But, 12.3 grams of carbs per serving size. But the serving size is 5 fluid ounces. Right. So that's essentially a glass of wine size.
Correct.
Which, it is the ABV of some wines, so I can't blame them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No doubt.
Definitely tasty.
Well done. I highly recommend Red's Wicked Black Cherry.
Not sponsored, highly recommended.
Highly recommended. Maybe down the road we'll try the apple, see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But very good. Very good. And that pretty much wraps us up, man.
Yeah.
For this week. Aiden, thank you very much for all you do. Quick final plug. Any of your stuff?
Aiden spelled the right way on YouTube, my gaming channel. It's a romp and a rave and a riot. and a goof and a gaff.
Indeed,
and of course, we have AK209 collab channel, some gaming, some improv during gaming, if you will.
Nonsense, tomfoolery.
Yes, shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans, definitely shenanigans.
If you will. Yeah. So check it out.
Yeah, that's about it. Once again, my radio show, After Hours, Celtic Punk, and Alt Rock. You can catch that on WVLP.org, the stream, or the TuneIn app on your handheld device. And once again, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff here on the Mark Mo Show. And we will catch you next week. Thanks a lot for listening in.